What's up, y'all? Crisco here. Hope y'all are doing well. Getting ready for the weekend. It's Friday Eve. We got a big weekend coming up. I thought we'd do a little live stream. You know, so we got LSU, Alabama this weekend. LSU is an underdog by 29 points. Alabama's undefeated, so it should be a tough ball game. Watching a little Sanford and Son right now. We'll be doing a live stream tomorrow for the UL Lafayette Raging Cajuns, who are ranked in the top, I believe, 21. They're ranked in the top 25 right now. And so they're playing App State tomorrow. So we're going to do a live stream tomorrow for the game. Me, Hottie Toddy Fan Packs, due south. I don't think we'll be doing any campfires tomorrow. It's cold and everything's wet. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to maybe try something a little different and do a live stream for the game. Let's see if I can find this. But yeah, I'm gonna take in a second and maybe start looking towards right now, being that it's Friday Eve. The see if we can get a few folks in here, but we'll start looking towards the game, talking about the game and about both games. So we'll see if we get a few folks in here, and then we'll start breaking down both games. Friday Eve, Crisco style, baby. Definitely want to thank everybody for watching and commenting and all that, subscribing. So let's get set up, see what's on TV, and then we'll start breaking down some of the games. We'll do the UL game first. Talk about records. Talk about, let's see, point spreads or whatever we can find. Let's see, UL Cajuns versus, okay, UL Cajuns football. So officially, it looks like UL is ranked number 25, 8-1 record. Let's see. App State 7-2. See if I can just bring this up to find out what's going on for both these teams. Now, some polls have UL Lafayette ranked 21, the Raging Cajuns. I'm going to type this in. Let's see, UL. Let's see if we can find some stats more about this game. Limited in-person attendance. New standing players. Hold on. I'm going to type in UL Lafayette football. Okay. Let's see, news. Stats. We're going to look for stats. Okay. Once again, the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana are 8-1 on the season. Lewis, the quarterback, has passing 2,027 yards on the season. He's averaging 8 yards a pass with 62.3% completion. Long pass is 78 yards, 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Rushing, I believe that's Elijah Mitchell, leads the team with 656 yards overall. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. Long is 59, has 7 touchdowns. T. Ragus, the running back. So all of the Raging Cajuns running backs are really averaging like over 4 yards a carry. I mean, almost 6 yards a carry. So the Cajuns are able to run the ball. Receivers, P. LeBlanc has 23 receptions with 334 yards. Long, 78 yards. K. Lacey has 23 receptions for 322 yards. Williams, 17 for 306. So, let's see defense. UL defense. What's up, Cajun Chris? Breaking down the UL Lafayette Appalachian State game tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a little live stream for that one. So, defense, McCaskill has 2 sacks. Gardner has 3 sacks. Hill, the defensive lineman, has 3 sacks. Let's see, who leads the team in interceptions? Tron Hall, the safety, has 4. Gorer, cornerback, has 3. And we're going to look for, okay, so yeah. So UL Lafayette should be favored in this game. Let's look up App State. Appalachian State has been, a pretty strong team over the years. Actually, very strong. Pull off some huge upsets. Yeah, it'd be nice for UL, for our Louisiana teams to get some wins. Okay, so let's see. See if it says here statistics. Of course, we're getting ready for that big LSU game Saturday against Alabama. Okay, individual stats. Passing. Okay, let's see. No, that's not what I need. Try this. Appalachian State. Okay. Thomas, the quarterback. Games played in 9. He has 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,775 backs. Peoples, the running back, has 639 yards. Many college running backs have averaged almost 6 yards a carry. A lot of them, man, between both teams. So I'm just by looking at this, I'm predicting this to be a pretty high scoring ball game. 30 to 40, 30, at least 30 points. High 20s, maybe mid 30s for each team. Receiving, Williams, 35 receptions, 483 yards. Touchdowns, 3. So just looking at the team, they have a pretty balanced team. Let's see if anything sticks out on Appalachian State's defense. See if I can bring this up and see the defense. Stats, rushing, receiving, scoring. Let me see. Try to find some Appalachian State defense. College football. Haven't seen so much. Look like these teams are actually very balanced. Let's see. We'll go over Appalachian State's schedule. Okay. So week 1, they won 35-20. Week 2, they lost against Marshall 17-7. They played, looks like, I can't make it what it is. They won 52-21. Played the Red Wolves 45-17. They won. Let's see. ULM 31-13. 38-17. I think that's Texas State. 17-13. Oh, Coastal Carolina. Oh, this is kind of scary. Coastal Carolina is actually the #1 team, I think, in the Sun Belt right now, and they 34-23. They played pretty competitive game. And then Troy won 47-10 last week, and then so it'll be the Cajuns tomorrow, and then Georgia Southern following week. So this is actually going to be a real good matchup. Let's see. Trying to see where the game is here. At Appalachian State. Looks like it's at Appalachian State. And then oh man, hold on a second. So the final week of the season will be number 25, Louisiana Lafayette, hosting Coastal Carolina. So that's actually going to be a really fun game. You know, I don't know if it's ever happened at 2 Sun Belt. I think Coastal plays in the Sun Belt. 2 Sun Belt teams have been in the top 25 like this. Might have, but 2 really fun games. So once again, we will be doing the live stream tomorrow for the UL Raging Cajuns and the Appalachian State Mountaineers. I believe the game starts at 7:30. So now that we've done that, let's look at LSU football versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. So going into this game, 29-point underdogs. You know, we had Terrence Marshall opt out this week. Coming off of a 20-7 loss against Texas A&M. Highlights of last week was, you know, I thought our secondary played pretty well last week. Of course, the score was 20-7 till we got a late touchdown. I thought overall UL played a competitive game, as young as the team is. So you have the #1 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide coming into Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff Saturday night. And, you know, LSU's 3-4 on the season, very young team. I don't really believe that anyone's given LSU a chance to win this game. You know, I don't think anyone's given LSU a legitimate shot to win this game. So I want to go over some LSU football statistics, LSU football stats, some player stats, and maybe talk about, you know, what possibilities we have to do it. Miles Brennan's still leading the team in yards, even though he hasn't played in a while. He had 1,112 yards. He won't be playing. He had 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in the season. He was having a really good season. TJ Finley, since coming in, has 797 yards, 66 completions for 112 attempts, averaging 7.1 yards a pass, 54 yards is long, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, was sacked 3 times. So TJ Finley will be the starter going in Saturday night against Alabama. You got Max Johnson, who could come in and get some plays. He's 29 for 46, 285 yards. He has picked up 2 touchdowns and has not thrown an interception yet on the season. Rushing, we have Ty Davis Price, who has 367 yards. He's averaging 4.2 yards a carry. 3 touchdowns on the season with a long of 35. John Emery Jr., who I think, in order for us to pull this huge upset, this monumental upset, has 64 attempts for 292 yards, 4.6 yards a carry. So he's leading the league in average, leading the team in average with the long of 17 and 2 touchdowns. And then the only other running back to get a touchdown or player to get a rushing touchdown is TJ Finley. Our best receiver on the team opted out this week, Terrence Marshall Jr. He had 48 receptions, 10 touchdowns. We lose him. So in a week where, we were struggling, we lose our top receiver, probably top offensive player, which makes it even tougher. Eric Gilbert is now the number one, I guess, as far as receptions on the team. He's the tight end, the freshman tight end. 339 yards on 30 receptions, 11.3 yards a reception. He has 2 touchdowns. If you look at what we have, I mean, Marshall had 10 touchdowns. The rest of the team, I mean, this may be the most lopsided game in the history of college football, to be honest with you, with the players that we've lost. Our defense, let's see what stands out with that. Stingley hasn't had an interception yet this year, man. Somebody, Trent, Hottie Toddy Fan Packs, brought up in his stream that Stingley maybe would transfer. I don't see it happening, man. I don't see it happening. I think Stingley is a Tiger. I think Stingley is forever a Tiger. So I don't think he's gonna leave. I hope not, at least. Jeremy Stevens, the safety, is tied with Baskerville, the linebacker. One of my favorite players on defense is Jabril Cox. He has 25 solo tackles, 11 assisted, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and 1 for a pick 6. So, other than that, I mean, we don't really have much as far as stat wise. So let's look at the Alabama game. Let's look at the Alabama team, I guess. Let's see. Alabama. We're gonna go over their stats, and I've never actually looked. This will be the first time that I look over their stats. You know, the one thing I'm gonna pre-show is that I wear my colors proudly. All right, so this is what you are comparing to. We lost so much. I mean, this is kind of scary to look at. So you got Matt Jones, who has 2,728 yards on the season, completing 76% of his passes, averaging 12, has 23 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Okay, and very much in Heisman Trophy contention. Rushing, Najee Harris, 893 yards rushing. He has 6 yards a carry, long of 42 and 17. Listen to this, 17 touchdowns. Okay. Smith, our receiver Smith, D. Smith, 72 receptions, 1,074 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Let's see. Place kicker, hasn't missed an extra point. He's perfect on the year. He's 8 for 8 on field goals, and perfect on extra points. The defense. Let's see. Numerous guys with 3 sacks. Dylan Moses. He has 1.5 sacks, 1 interception. Let's see who leads the team in interceptions. Moore, the defensive back, has 3. So as you can see, we pretty much outmanned this game right here. Let me see the updated point spread. Let's see what the point spread is on this. As of Wednesday, the Alabama Crimson Tide are a 28.5 point favorite against LSU. The over and under is 67.5 points. So you can say 29 points. I'm going to look at something right now. Biggest upsets in the history of sports. All right, biggest upsets in sports history. So, U.S. beats Soviets Olympic ice hockey in 1980. The New York Jets defeat the Baltimore Colts. Super Bowl III, 1969. Villanova tops Georgetown and win the 1985 NCAA championship. Buster Douglas knocks out Mike Tyson for the heavyweight championship in 1990. Let's see. Man o' War loses only race to 100-1 shot upset 1919. Denver Nuggets. Okay. New York Mets defeat Baltimore Orioles for the 1969 World Series. So, yeah, you have all of these, and if we can somehow pull off this victory, let me see biggest upset in college football history. Okay, they're gonna talk about the biggest from 41-point underdogs. Here are the biggest upsets. Butler versus Youngstown State. Navy versus Notre Dame. November 3rd, 2007. Midship 1-7 record. Let's see. Temple versus Virginia Tech. October 18th, 1998. James Madison versus Virginia Tech. Carnegie Tech versus Notre Dame, 1926. Howard versus UNLV. Notre Dame versus Oklahoma, 1957. Stanford versus USC in 2007. Stanford was a 41-point underdog against USC. And redshirt sophomore, first career start, the second-ranked Trojans in a matchup with a 35-game home winning streak, while Stanford held a 1-3 record. Well, number one, the biggest upset in college football history. Appalachian State versus Michigan, September 1st, 2007. So there's your video. I'm gonna make a video on that. Would LSU winning this year be the biggest upset in the history of college football? It very well could be, to be honest with you. It very well could be the biggest upset in the history of college football. Just looking at the stats and you know, what everything's pointing to. Even I try to think about, you know, how would you do it? You know, how would you upset Alabama? How could you upset Alabama? I think back about it. Well, our secondary is playing well. Played a lot better against Texas A&M. How do you stop a running back that has 17 touchdowns rushing on the season? And in our offense, TJ Finley, he may have a bright future ahead of him, but he done lost the best weapon on the team, Terrence Marshall Jr. So how do you say that he's going to come in and have a great game? I don't know. I mean, I've been talking about running play action football, play action passes. You know, we ain't seem to be doing that. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I guess if there would be an answer, it would be to make every possession count. Make every offensive possession count. Now, things will get better. Things will get better. That's a promise. That is a promise. Things will get better. We got some guys coming in next year, a great recruiting class, and we'll be back in the saddle. But the truth is, there was too many players that left this year. It's not an excuse, but it's the truth. Too many coaches, and that's the price of success. Wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't that way, but that's how it goes. So, anyway, if this finds y'all come on by tomorrow. We're gonna do a live stream. It's Friday tomorrow. We got the ULL Raging Cajuns, who doing real well. Some polls have Cajuns number 21 against the Appalachian State Mountaineers. We're gonna have the game on the TV, and then we'll chat about the game and whatever else. Look like we got 2 folk in here. We'll go a little bit longer. See who shows up. I was about to end it when somebody else showed up. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Happy Friday Eve. See what's on. Let's go a little bit longer. We're gonna see though, man. We're gonna see what them LSU Tigers are made of. You know, got their back for sure. We're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see. Gotta decide what I'm gonna be cooking for Saturday. I don't know. We gotta see. Got some chicken tenders I need to get going. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. We'll try to do another one tomorrow during the day, maybe. We'll definitely see y'all tomorrow. And don't ever forget, go Tigers. Later, y'all.